with regard to the professionals out there that are at the top of their game, what do you see in their work ethic that you can take back and translate and inject that into your own process as you go out nearly every night of the week and perform?
Well, probably my favorite stand-up is Louis C.K. I think he's the best out there right now, and yeah, I think he's like a warrior. He's like, I mean, he talks about how writing a great joke is like making a samurai sword, where you constantly bend it over and over again and squeeze out all the impurities in the process of doing it. And yeah, I mean, I think he's ferocious in how he approaches stand-up and like working at it, and like works as hard as anyone any of my peers that are out grinding every night doing it too.
Yeah.
I think you can tell in his material. I think so. He'll go out there and do an hour and a half, and I know he records every set that he does, and then goes back and listens to them and picks out the parts, and then he never finds it. And I think that's part of why he gets so much respect from other comedians, is for how prolific he is. And that's he'll just come out with a new hour every year, whereas other comedians may be almost as funny, but it'll take them like 4 years to come out with a new hour. So he's writing 4 times as much material, and it's all killer. It's all great stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's an inspiration when you see, oh, here's the person who's the best in the world at doing this, and this is how hard he's working at it. I think that's the thing about stand-up too, is it almost seems like a magic to people who are to the audience, or people who aren't around it all the time. It's like, oh my God, how did this person do this? But then when you're around it all the time, you see the steps to get there, and you see how much work there is. Yeah, it's being spontaneous, but it's also 10 years of trial and error, of trying things out and knowing what works and getting comfortable with being in that moment and where to take things. And things that might seem like they just came off the top of someone's head might be something that, oh yeah, he's used multiple times before, but
Right.
he's able to work it in a seamless way in the moment that just seems spontaneous. So there is some illusion or trickery that goes along with it too, but that's part of when you master something, sometimes people don't know which part is fresh to you and which is routine, and that's sort of part of being great at it.